Dinner time in the office. This is what we have to cook with. A microwave oven, a toaster, kettle, and a coffee maker. Fridge here. I've got English muffins, frozen macaroni, some bagels, sandwich meats, cheese, yogurt, more yogurt, tzatziki, lots of drinks, some condiments, chocolate. Who would leave chocolate in the fridge knowing that I'm in here by myself today? Well, I'll resist it. And more condiments. 39 Camper asked us to show him our favorite trail meal. And personally, when I'm stuck in the office, all by myself, and I'm hungry and need a meal, I don't want to use any of these things to make dinner. I want to make dinner using my camp gear. Actually make something that tastes really good and really feels like cooking. So there it is, Daryl. Bacpacjacs, bean, bacon, and potato soup. Cooked on the camp stove in the office. It's not entirely what you were looking for, but it's all I got today, man. I hope you enjoy it. I can't wait to see everybody else's entries. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Hey guys, it's bacpacjac. I'm in here in the office tonight all by my lonesome and I am starving, so I'm going to make myself a little bushcraft dinner office style. I've got my little GI butt pack that I'm using as a lunch bag, and I've got my little clean canteen water bottle there, and I will show you what's inside. Let me get started. So inside of here I've got a red onion, potato, bacon. It's bacon jerky, but bacon jerky is really bacon, so that's what we're going to use. Got my little stainless steel water bottle in here. I'll show you what's in there in a minute. Salt. Dehydrated onions and garlic. Fresh ground pepper. And some hot sauce. So, inside of this little water bottle here, I'm not sure how many ounces that is, it's a stainless steel water bottle, I've got a chicken bouillon cube and some soup. Well, it's not soup yet, but it's going to be. It's a mixture of beans and lentils. They're dried, dehydrated, and I am going to turn all of this into a nice bushcraft stew. So this is my little Army surplus pouch. I have no idea what it is. It's maybe a gas mask case or a first aid tin or something. Inside of here, though, is the perfect size to hold on to my little family-sized cook kit. I'll show you that in a second. Down in the bottom there, I've got some hot chocolate, some coffee, a little bit of fruit snacks for the kids, and a piece of aluminum foil. The heart and soul of this kit is this little thing here. This is a little Moore's bush pot type pot that I found in the secondhand store for a whopping $1.99 for both pieces. Lid comes off, makes a nice little bowl or a cup, and then we've got the big pot in here, and inside of there I've got my Primus Classic Trail stove, bandana, a little bit of lighting help. I've got some fuel tabs in there, I've got a lighter, some jute twine, I think there's matches in there, birch bark candle. It's just a little emergency fire starting kit basically, and then a little gas canister. Here it's Primus, it's a 4-season mix, and it works great with this stove. So I'm going to put it all together, and we're going to make some lunch. Alright, so first things first, we're going to take out the fixed blade knife and Going to cut up some onion, and we're going to cut up some red potato, and we're going to get those on first because they take the longest time to cook. We're just going to do a nice little dice here. It doesn't really matter how big the pieces are, as long as they're about the same size. They'll cook about the same speed. I like mine diced sort of bite size. Throw those in the pot. The bigger they are, the longer they take to cook. So I'm making mine about bite size. I just find it easier to eat that way. Cooks more efficiently, but it also is a bit easier to eat. When I'm eating a soup, I don't want to cut things up with a fork and a knife. I just want to be able to pop them in my mouth. So for me, that's about a good size for me. Onion's a little bit trickier because you need to peel it, obviously, get that skin off of there. So I just run my knife around, grab an edge of one of the outside edges, and start peeling it off. I'm not worrying about wasting much of this. The onion's just about on its last legs, so if we waste a little bit, that's okay. Okay, and then I'm going to slice up some. I've got some dehydrated onion in there with my garlic that I'm going to put in, but I like the taste and texture of getting some fresh onion in there. Oh, my eyes are watering. It's a strong onion. So there we go. I'm going to get a little pot of chopped potato and onion. I'm going to add the soup mix. I'm going to add some water, bouillon cube, and we're going to put that on the fire and let it do its thing. Okay, so potatoes, onions in the pot to cook. Okay, so the potatoes and the onions are on there to start boiling. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, and I'm going to add about a half of a bouillon cube. It's chicken bouillon, so I like that flavor the best. And we're going to add the beans. In here I have dehydrated onions and garlic, so I'm going to take a little bit of that, and we're going to add it to our soup base. It's going to help flavor the potatoes and flavor the onions and flavor the broth. And next up, we're going to get our can of beans here, a bottle of beans, and we're going to add some beans to our soup. That saw go in there was an extra bouillon cube I forgot to put in there, so I'm going to go fish that out and we'll get back to cooking. So our soup is cooking. I'm just going to check it and give it a little bit of a stir. Gently take this lid off and see it's starting to bubble and boil in there. Beans, potatoes. Just want to stir it enough that potatoes and beans don't stick to the bottom of the pot. It just makes it kind of difficult to cook. Okay, it's really bubbling now, so I'm going to leave the lid off so it doesn't boil over, and keep an eye on it. So this is the knife that I'm using today to cook. I found it at a flea market a little while ago. It's a Joica Republic of Ireland knife, or a Toica Republic of Ireland knife. There's some debate on the internet about whether that's a T or a J at the beginning. Either way, it's a mass-produced knife that was made apparently by Germany at some point in Ireland, and somewhere around World War II, I guess this happened. The reason I bought it is it reminds me of a knife that my grandfather had when I was a kid. He would often carry a knife to cut open his apples or his pears or help prepare his lunch, and I really like this one. These screws in here seem to me like they would irritate your hands, but it doesn't really bother me at all. Actually, I'm quite nostalgic about it. It's a nice little blade. I'm not sure how long that is, 4.5 inches maybe. I just really like it, so I've been keeping it in my food prep bag and using it for food prep. But look at that blade. That's going to get out there and do some woodworking with me pretty darn soon. It's got an old brown leather sheath. It says made in Germany in there, and you can see this has had much love. It's been sewed back together on the belt loop. It's been sewed back together down here on the sheath. It's been used and loved a lot, which is another reason it appealed to me. Not only did it remind me of my grandfather, but obviously this knife has some sort of a history that I know about. I love it. So, soup is bubbling away here. It's come along nicely. The potatoes are still a little bit hard. So we'll give that a few more minutes to cook. In the meanwhile, I'm going to add the bacon. I've taken a few pieces of this pre-cooked bacon jerky, broken it up, and I'm just going to dump it in there. And we'll give it a stir around. Go, and let it keep boiling. This is one of my favorite trail or camping meals to make. It's really flexible, it's really adaptable. You need some water, obviously. You can use fresh or dehydrated beans. You can see how when you use dehydrated beans, you get the water on them, they start clumping back up, they take up a lot of space. You can use fresh potatoes like I did, or you can use dehydrated powdered potatoes. Same goes for the onions. I use fresh and dehydrated. You can use either. Corn, peas, any vegetables, any meat you like, any kind of broth you like. You can use bouillon cubes like I did, or you can use homemade or whatever. You put whatever kind of meat you want in there. This tastes really good with nice fresh fish added in, or some chicken or steak or whatever. Today I happen to have bacon jerky. It is a very, very adaptable meal. You change the flavor of it by adding different seasonings. I've got salt and pepper today, and I'm going to add some Louisiana hot sauce from Popeyes when I'm done. But you can add barbecue sauce in there. You could add cilantro in there. You can add basil, oregano, whatever you want in there. This is a really flexible, adaptable meal, and that's why I like it. I can change it up a lot. I'm one of those weird people that can eat soup every single day, and I do like making it as well. I prefer if we were outside in the bush right now instead of in the company kitchen. It's not really the most bushcrafty, environmentally friendly spots to have dinner. But this is where I am. I'm stuck in the office today, so I am improvising. These little gas cylinders are really great. They're small. They take up almost no room in your pot, in your pack. This one fits right inside of my pot. This is a great little setup to do an emergency dinner or an impromptu dinner. You see the classic trail stove is just about the right size for this pot. This is a favorite meal. So, 39 Camper, Daryl, there you go. One of my favorite trail meals. Fresh bean, potato, bacon, soup. A little bit of hot sauce, a little bit of pepper. So good. In this case, we get twice the bang for the buck because I also have a nice pot of Tupperware over there waiting with the leftovers that's going to be for lunch tomorrow. So that's it. Daryl, thanks for the challenge. I really had fun with it. I appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody else's favorite trail meals. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.